Right now, I-10 westbound on the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge remains closed more than 24 hours after a deadly fiery crash shut down the interstate.
And tonight we're learning new details about the crash and victims. According to detectives, one crash caused a chain reaction involving 3 18-wheelers and several other cars. Inside one of those semis, Christopher McGee of Florida. He was killed when his truck burst into flames. Other injuries were reported at the scene. Some were transported to hospitals, but an exact number of injuries still unclear.
Emergency crews have been working all day to try and get the interstate cleared, but it's a race against the clock tonight. Chris Welty joins us live to explain why timing is important, and he also has an update on when the westbound lanes are expected to reopen. Chris.
Hey guys, we're live right along I-10 at I-49 at I-10, where traffic is flowing very smooth compared to yesterday when I-10 was shut down completely. DOTD says I-10 westbound over the Basin Bridge will likely be closed throughout the evening going into tomorrow. All day, State Police, Hazmat, and DEQ, they've been working to clear the crash site. Once that's done, the DOTD can go in and begin their work.
Now that the fire is out, Hazmat crews are working around the clock to clean the Basin Bridge and remove the vehicles involved in the crash. Bill Oliver with DOTD says inspecting the bridge after a crash like this is critical.
And you have to be able to look at everything. You can't, everything under the bridge is critical, so you can't just kind of look at something. You have to get up there and really look to make a very close inspection. So you have to be able to visibly see what the concrete looks like to make sure it's okay.
When DOTD has clearance, they'll bring in a vehicle where they can place a platform under the bridge.
We can not only inspect what's on top, but we have to get under that bridge and make sure there's no damage from underneath to the concrete deck or girders under the bridge from the fire, and make sure everything is safe and available for traffic.
Oliver says the inspection has to be done during daylight.
If you tried to use lights, there would be shadows and things and you can't see well. So you really need to have natural light from under the bridge to be able to see everything visibly, to make sure you spot any kind of damage on it.
Emergency repairs. Tonight at 6, we take a look at the environmental impact the basin is facing following this crash. Live in Lafayette, Chris Welty, KATC TV3.
And DOTD